Dude, Malayalam movies and music for the win. Sushin Shyam is a incredible music producer and just like a visionary in everything he does.
Who would be your top three picks for the front runners for taking hip hop?
I think Divine has been doing it. I think he's been setting the tone in a lot of ways. I think the Seedhe Maut boys are really good.
Yeah,
and
for
they
sure.
also bring a style and sound which is phenomenal.
I'd love to know from you, if you have a particular vision to your career and the way you're going about things, or the way you want to represent yourself as an artist, where do you see our hip hop scene is going to be in the next 5 years if things go right and if things go according to plan?
I believe in that. I think the general consensus is still that hip hop is very young in this country.
Right.
And I mean, it's had its roots in terms of still like you were saying, a Honey Singh, or even before that, there have been multiple incredible artists that have come and kind of set the tone, but it wasn't up on the mainframe like it is now.
Right.
So I still think it has quite a lot to show and prove, and you can see that there's quite a diversification in terms of it. Like there's a traditional hip hop sound,
Right.
and I think we can, around the world, you can kind of understand that, whether it's Indian hip hop, whether it's American, English, whatever it is. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of spreading out and a lot of people trying out different sounds, different styles, and kind of setting a tone which is out very much our own, right? Because we have culturally a lot of things that the rest of the world doesn't have, whether it's like Bollywood or whether it's like our culture in, within each state, the languages, the differentiations between food and dialects and all these things.
Right.
I think it will produce a kind of sound within hip hop, which the world it already is, but there's a lot more because of the diversity within the country.
Right.
So I think that within the next 5 years, you're going to hear a lot of people that are pushing that and really trying to bring forth that something that the world hasn't heard. So
Right.
give it some time, man, and I think within the next 5 years, you'll see some very, very cool things.
For sure.
I feel like it's still like right now, hip hop is very much on everybody's radar and everybody's listening to it. It is like, but there's so much more for it to go.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, the surface has been scratched at this point in time.
So it needs to branch. The branching is there.
Right. Who would be your top three picks for the front runners for taking hip hop worldwide from our country? You could include yourself with all humility.
Nah, I wouldn't do that, man. I'll see how that happens. We'll see how that goes. But I think Divine has been doing it. I think he's been setting the tone in a lot of ways. I think the Seedhe Maut boys are really good.
Yeah,
and
for
they
sure.
also bring a style and sound which is phenomenal.
Right.
Well, I gotta shout out maybe one of my South Indian boys, Dab Z, man. He's been doing it, right? So there's a whole him and Baby G and both these boys have been bringing out a lot of interesting sounds that I think and it's palatable across whatever the language is, man. You'll hear them being bumped in Europe and America randomly. You don't need to understand what's being said. It's just being said. You know what I mean? And I think that's beautiful. So yeah, these are my front runners, and they're already doing it in my opinion. It's just a matter of time before it's very well recognized.
Absolutely. We're gonna see this 5 years later. We're gonna see how this ages. But I'm sure I would like to believe that you're going to be one of those people as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure, man. Speaking of the southern music industry, you've of course been a part of Aavesham soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? It's such a big Malayali hit. The whole country is talking about it.
Yeah, it's like a worldwide hit, man.
Yeah,
I think.
Sure.
So Sushin Shyam is an incredible music producer and just like a visionary in everything he does. He just randomly reached out to me one day, and we go back in regards to like I've actually. He has a band called the Downtrodens that he had initially started with.
Right.
I don't know if you know that, but it's a metal band, and they're all from Kerala. They're all also phenomenal musicians.
Yeah.
And so I've hung out with them as TDT before, and then so this is how I was. This is like, all right, this is my introduction. But then he started just doing incredible music in the movie front. So he just reached out to me randomly. He's like, bro, I got a song for you. Would you like to hop on it? I was like, bro, yeah, of course. Just let me know what it is. He sent it to me, and we literally within that day we just had a quick verse that was done.
Right.
And it was very, very quick boom, boom. But I've loved what Sushin's doing from a while. I think he's super versatile.
Right.
And he's also just a very, very cool dude. That's generally just the kind of best kind of person to hang out with.
Right.
So
it reflects in the music. It reflects in the music.
It does. I mean, I also feel like it doesn't, because he's just so calm and collected, and he's acts like I don't know what I'm doing, but he clearly fucking knows what he's doing, right? So he clearly knows.
I'm not studying for this exam, and later.
Yeah. Clearly, you're like really, really good at what you do, bro. Like you need a.
Right.
He's just like whatever, bro. Let's just hang out. And so, the guy doing it with him was just very, very cool, very easy. You know, he knows he knew what he wanted, and I also kind of knew what I was gonna bring.
Right.
We quickly did it, and then that movie popped off, bro.
Yeah.
I had no idea, and it was just like everywhere for a second. I was like, damn, dude, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, man.
And dude, Malayalam movies and music for the win.
For sure.
You know? I think what Kerala is doing with sound, art, and representation is just, second to none. And I stand with that with my I say that with my chest, my heart,
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Fantastic. Well, here's hoping that everything comes to fruition, and all the incredible work that you're putting out, of course, sets a standard. You guys have to go and check out the incredible music video for Big Dog, which is out on his channel, HMK's channel.
Yes,
We'll link it down in the comment section and the description box as well. Thank you so much for that, brother. Pleasure talking to you.
Man. Yes,
thank you so much. Yes, thank you for being so real, and here's hoping to see all the incredible work that you're going to pump out.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me. Subscribe to 94.3 Radio 1, and we shall see you.
94.3 Radio 1.